All right, good afternoon. This is EWhitefield, and this is my week 3 assignment. Going to just go through the things real quick. We started with the queries that we're doing. So here's the first query that I wrote. I will copy this, and we will put it into my admin. I'm going to be running this without rollback because I do want this to insert. So I'm going to go ahead and run this first query. You can see that it says that it ran successfully. To verify that, I am going to erase this, and we are going to do a select star, and we're going to do clients. And you'll see that we now have added a Tony Stark entry. The reason the client ID says 3 is because I've already done this twice before, and it's auto incrementing, but it has the first name, the last name, the TonyStark.com, I am Iron Man, client level 1 as the default, and I am the real Iron Man as his comment. So now we're going to run the next query, which is to update Tony to be a client level 3. So I will go ahead and I will run that. And I'm going to run this first with the rollback in there, just to show that it does go in correctly, and it then does the rollback as required. And we can see that the rollback occurred because if we go back in and we type in select, I always forget the from. Don't know why. And you can see that it did roll it back to client level 1. The next thing that we're going to do is we're going to show to replace the word small. Again, you can see that it ran correctly, but we're doing the rollback, so it's not going to go in permanently. If I need to change that, let me know. I can rerun these to be more permanent, but it did run correctly. The inner join. Oh, forgot to take the check mark out. And you can see that we did, in fact, get the 4 results here. There we go. Again, I'm going to put rollback on because I don't want to permanently alter the database, but you can see that it did run correctly and then rolled back, but it did delete from the inventory where they met the query. And then the last of the 6 is updating the inventory. And again, it shows you that it did all 15 rows and it updated and again rolled it back. I'm assuming at some point we're going to do this permanently in the regular database, but so that all worked. The other thing I'm supposed to show you is my connections PHP. So this shows you exactly what code that I wrote, how it all goes together, and then when I run it, let me go ahead and clear this out. All right. When I run it on the local host, you can see that as written, it did work. I did have this in here just so that we'd have a visual that showed that it worked. Otherwise, it would just be the blank screen that we had from the example. And when there's an error, for instance, if I type in the wrong username and open that in a browser, instead we get the server error. And you can see from the server error, we're supposed to show you that it passes the testing. And so here you can see that there are no errors in the HTML. And when we run it against our accessibility, there are no errors in the page itself, and there are no contrast errors. So that's everything that I have for this week. I will zip this file up and put it out there for you. But thank you and have a great week.